Look at that. Yeah. So we've got some Tomex in the country. Whether they're running Pathpilot or not, I don't know. I think most of them are not running Pathpilot. That is yours running Pathpilot? Okay, so you passed that bridge.
I don't know, I might slip off it.
So the existing Pathpilots or Tomex users may be interested, and we're trying to set up a stream to Hermanus tonight, because there are two guys in Hermanus who've got Tomex as well, and they want to convert to Pathpilot. But if you go through Tomex and you convert, then it costs you quite a few $1,000s to do that. You have to buy a new computer box with hardware and so on, and they charge a bit for that. So these guys are on the same path as I am. I'm a non-Tomex user, and I use Pathpilot. I've got it on 2 machines. I'm going to install it on another machine in the next few weeks. So I'm a non-Tomex user using Pathpilot. They are Tomex users that want to use Pathpilot. At the moment they're using Mach 3 or something like that. They're using Mach 3.
I'm not sure, because I haven't commissioned my machine.
Yeah, I think you'll probably find that it's like Mach 3. So what Tomex has done is they've changed over from Mach 3 to Linux-CNC. So they supply you with a complete operating system, which is now, the latest version is now, I think it's Debian. I'm not sure if it's Stretch or it's Jesse. I'm not too sure about that. We can check it maybe later when I run it. But they supply you with a complete operating system and Pathpilot installed on that. Then you install that, and it actually clones the disk. It actually overwrites your whole disk, and you get Pathpilot or Linux-CNC running Pathpilot. And then it's completely configured, and you can choose which machine you have. They've got like 5 or 6 different machines. They've got 3 sizes of milling machines, and I think they've got 2 lathes as well that they sell. And but of course, the Linux-CNC people, a lot of people looked at it and they said, "Well, we could, it looks interesting. Let's try it out." So there's some discussion groups and so on. I've also dabbled with it, and Marius has done it as well. And I've installed it on 2 Linux-CNC driven machines, 2 MCO machines, a small MCO Compact 5, a lathe, and a compact and an FP1 milling machine. And I'm going to install it on another machine soon. You'll see now why. Let me just start it, but before I do that, I want to, maybe I should first just demonstrate it a little bit. For those guys who haven't seen it, and then I'm going to be a bit technical and just show the whole construction of Pathpilot, where it sits on the computer, because that's very confusing, and it takes you a while to find out where things are. And then I'm going to show you my configuration, and it actually runs with my own configuration for my machine. And then I'm going to demonstrate it with the hardware that's on the table. We also had that last month. But the main thing is to have your spindle controlled. This is for a lathe. A lathe is a bit complicated in the sense that you always want to synchronize your spindle with your feed, your Z feed for screw cutting, for instance. And your X, you want to synchronize for constant speed cutting. And I'll demonstrate that with a spindle. And that's basically the most difficult part, is to control the spindle. The stepper motors and the rest of the stuff is really not very difficult. But you have to stay within the Tomex structure, the way they designed. They have a GUI that is written in Python. It's quite, in all the sources there, you can look at it if you want to. It's complicated, but you can change it and modify it if you want to. You can figure out what's going on there. Most people don't do that. They just change their configuration files to fit their machine and to fit the GUI, Pathpilot. And that's basically what I've done. Not 100% perhaps. There are some little buttons and flags and so on that don't work yet, but they're not serious. You can use it without that. But that can come later if one goes there. So let me just see if I can switch on here. My screen is not working for some other reason. So the first thing is I'm sitting, user is operator, and my computer is called Tomac PC-CNC. And let me just start it up. See if it will start. I was taking some pictures. So that's a script that I wrote to start it up. The strange thing, or the new thing, which is not normal, is that I'm using a Mesa card which I've added to the end of the name, 7i76E, which is basically the standard thing that we're using in our club now. When we start a new machine project and we're using stepper motors, we use that card. That card connects to the computer with this white cable here. Here's the computer, here's the card, and I connect it with an Ethernet cable. That's the only connection between the machine and the computer is that line, which is a standard Ethernet cable. It can be any distance away. If you want to make it long, you can make it long. So, let's see if it works. It will be a miracle if it works, because after so many changes, Pathpilot comes up, it advertises some of its machines. There's a 770 milling machine, there's the slant bed lathe, and there's a bigger one. And that's the user interface for the lathe. It normally will fill the whole screen, but I've Gcode it because I want to, and it takes over, it controls that you can't get rid